Well, good morning everybody. It's Sunday the 21st of April 2024 and I'm here on the last day of the 10k run, filming 2k's every day. I'm filming from 8 kilometres to 10 kilometres, although if you've been following the other videos and looking at the maps, you'll know that there's a bit more than that to it. I'll explain that when I get closer to that point. As I said, Sunday mornings are pretty quiet. Not many people off to work today, and you might just be able to see in the distance the Victoria Street Bridge that I would have crossed, well, many times, but you would have seen me cross it on day 2 from kilometre 2 to kilometre 4. So once I go over that bridge, I'll be going around the park there, whose name I've just forgotten, and I've run past it many times, and then onto the Riverside Park tracks back to the starting point, or almost to the starting point, and you'll see that variation when I get to it. So I should explain, I came out on Friday and did do the run, and I thought I had done all the right things with the camera, which, as you probably recall, I wear in a harness on my chest. It's a DJI Action 2 camera that has a built-in hard drive, and that's the default storage place for whatever you film. So I turned on the camera, got to the 8 kilometre mark, pressed the record button and assumed it was doing that, and it probably was. The camera also has a 64 gig micro SD card, and when you finished recording, you have an option to export the files to the SD card, which you then use to download the footage to your computer. You can't access the files directly from the hard drive, unfortunately. I just remember the name of this park up here. It's called Leggett Park. So we're going around Leggett Park and on to Riverside Park and so on. So anyway, getting back to the camera, I think what I did was export the footage to the SD card, and then, assuming that that was done, I deleted it from the hard drive, and then I plugged the SD card into the computer. There was no footage, and I couldn't go back and retrieve it because I deleted it. And I think what I did was, instead of tapping the export button or export option, I tapped the format option and formatted the hard drive, and that wiped the footage. So you didn't get to see it, but I assure you that I did go out and do the run. And you're probably wondering, why didn't you just go and do it yesterday, Saturday? Well, Saturday is park run, and as I've now taken the park run to running down to park run from my house for proper warm-up, and that's about 2.6 k's by the long route that I take. I do the park run and then run home again. That works out to be about 10 k's as well. So I figured I'd done my 10 k's, but not the 10 k's you needed to see me complete this course. And I don't say that to boast about what I do, I'm just letting you know that's how I'm approaching parkrun at the moment. Somebody I saw in a video on YouTube is saying that when you do parkrun, you probably should run about half the course Sorry, just when you get past the dogs barking at me, that you probably should do about half the course as a warm-up. And I never used to do any warm-up. Sometimes I'd walk there, sometimes I'd drive there. I started running to parkrun when I was in Launceston. It was about 1.5 k's from where I would park my bike to the start of the course, and then I'd do it and run back. So I thought when I got back from Tassie in January, I would continue to do that here. So that's where we're up to. I'm past the 9 k's back there. So if you only want to see the 10 k's, you've got a bit under that, a bit under 1k to go. But there is a bonus k, which, as I said, I'll explain when I get to it. I just wanted to speak briefly about parkrun again. I know I talk about it a lot. Yesterday in Goulburn, that was Saturday the 20th, we had something like 154 people turn up to do our event. And that's a really good crowd. A little bit cool to start with. And there's a 15 kilometre an hour wind blowing in your face as you were going out. Gave you a bit of help on the way back, I guess. That was a pretty good day. Now, of those 154 people, morning, there were 21 who were unknowns. That is, they either aren't registered for parkrun and just thought they'd turn up and see what it was all about, which they're always welcome to and it's fine, or they're people who forgot their barcodes. So, out of the 133 people who we know the age, gender, if that's the right word to use for that, we know their age and their gender, there were 22 who were 60 years or over. And a bit of simple mathematics, that represents 16.5% of the runners whom we know the name, age and gender. And that's not to discount the other 21 people at all who didn't have their barcodes, but it's to say that if you live in Goulburn and you've heard about this parkrun thing, morning, and wondered what it's all about. I wondered if you're too old to do it or whatever, then why not turn up on a Saturday at 8 o'clock Good morning, lovely to see you at Marsden Weir and have a crack at it. And you don't have to run, you can walk, you can stroll, you can meet your friends and have a chat, and you'll be doing something good for your physical health and your mental health. If you live in another town outside of Goulburn where there's a park run, do the same thing. If you don't know there's a park run, just Google it and we'll tell you if there is one in your town or where the nearest one is. Morning. The important thing about park run is it's free. There's no judgment of your ability. Everybody's just running for themselves. It's just doing their own event. And yes, there is timing. And yes, there are place tokens and results are kept and all that sort of stuff. But you can pay as much attention or as little attention to that as you want. They're the serious, hardcore runners, competitive people, probably including me. And then lots of other people who take it just as seriously. In other words, they come every week and they want to do it and satisfy themselves. They've done the course, but they're not necessarily looking to set records or finish in the top 3 or whatever. They're just looking to have a bit of fun on Saturday morning. And the message is, you're never too old. And the one that I go to in Launceston as a bloke who's in the 85 to 90 age group, he comes regularly and he doesn't come last. So just turn up, have a go, have fun. Now up to this garden seat just up here is about the 10 kilometre mark. So if you just want to see the 10, then you can stop watching. At that point, I just passed it then. But here's about a kilometre to go. Now, the first time I did this course many months ago, I knew it was slightly longer than 10, and that didn't bother me. And when I said on Monday that I was going to do 10 kilometres every day, I hadn't forgotten about the extra bit. I just thought that would be a bonus. So this is the bonus kilometre, and you probably can't see all that well in the distance, but the toilet block and where I parked is directly ahead. If I stay on this path, which is the one that I start out on each day, but I get to this fork here and I go down here and down this little dip here and over the bridge at the bottom, just for a bit of variety. Although if you've done it every day for 6 days now, not really variety I suppose, but nevertheless I want it to be true to what I started out doing. There's a good little network of paths around here. These are steel bridges over them, over the water courses, and mostly don't have too much water in them, but with heavy rain they get a chain of ponds. I think I described it as once before, and that eventually flows into the Wallandilly down on the left there. I feel this is going to be a slower time than any other day this week. I think Monday it was about 1 hour 7, and a couple of days of 1 hour 4. Friday might have been a 1 hour 5. I think on all of those days, except Monday, I managed to bring the 10k portion in under the hour, which I'm always happy about. That didn't happen this morning. I think it was 1 hour 01 for the 10k, and I'm expecting this to be outside the 1 hour 07 on Monday, but I wasn't, and I set out on Monday running for a time or a pace. I was just setting out to run this course, prove to myself that I could do it every day, and to film the sections that I'd said I would. Going around the back of the inclusive play space and the pump track and the outdoor gym. Around this bend, one more bridge and into the car park, and hopefully the white beast will still be there. And we're done. Hopefully I've got the footage recorded and saved. Thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the commentary and all the scenery, and I'll speak to you again when I'm making the next running video. I'm not sure when it's going to be. Might have a day off tomorrow. Coming up on the white beast. So once again, thank you for watching.